Hello Python programmers. So in this video, we'll discuss how to create a 3D platform jumper game using Ursina Python. So the concept of the game is very simple. Player have to jump on multiple steps or multiple platforms to reach to a certain level to qualify or to basically win. Okay. By the way, this video is part of a short games with Ursina playlist. So things will be short, crisp and to the point. However, we have one more playlist going on where we create much bigger project with much more details. Okay, the demo of one of our project will be visible on your screen, so yeah, if you want you can check that out also. Anyways, with the intros aside, let's see that what is the system requirement for this project. Obviously you need to install Python. If you haven't installed it yet, I'll provide some link in the description from where you can see how to install Python. Okay, then you need Ursina. Okay, so pip install Ursina Python. I did a oopsie there. It's not Ursina Python, it's only Ursina. So yeah, this is a big package, so yeah, it will take some time for you. For me, this is already installed, and you do not need any other package. So yeah, this is it. Let's go to our editor and start writing our code. Okay, so now we are into our editor. First task will be to import the Ursina package and all the requirements from this package. Okay, so we have imported Ursina. Let me quickly save and run so that we can check if there's a spelling mistake or not. Nope, we don't have any spelling mistake. So first of all, we have imported star, or we have imported everything from Ursina. Then we have specifically imported the first person controller from ursina.prefabs. Okay, as this game is first person controller or first person view game, we will be using this first person controller. Okay, then set is equal to Ursina, creating the class instance, then window dot exit button is equal to false, not floss. Oh my god, false. Okay, so what this will do is it will remove the red cross button from our game. Okay, to give the full screen view for our game. Okay, then we also have to remove one more thing, which is the FPS viewer. So FPS counter dot enable is equal to false. This time I wrote the false, right? Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's set dot run, and let's see if our Asana window is created fine or not. Okay, so yeah, we have a Asana screen, but we have the FPS meter here. I don't know why it was present. Anyway, we'll deal with that afterwards. My aim was to check whether we have written everything correctly or not. Okay, the next task is to create the function which will be used to call the class. Okay, so window choice if choice is equal to 1, then level 1 is equal to level 1 class. Let's say that you want to create a game with multiple levels, so you can use this function to create multiple levels. I'll show you in just a bit, just give me a second. Okay, so we have created the function. Let's call the function windows choice, and what's the parameter inside? The parameter inside is 1. It's a string. Okay, now I know you must be confused and you must be very excited to skip the last part of the video and see that what the output will be and just copy paste the code from there. But I think that's useless because you're not learning anything. You can find these codes anywhere. The aim of this 10 to 15-minute video is to explain you that how these things are working. So it's better that you spend those 10 to 15 minutes to understand that how this code works, and then you can copy paste the code. Okay, but understanding the concept is very important. So yes, we have created the function and the class name is level 1 class. Okay, so the class name is level 1 class, 1 class. Okay, the parameter is entity. Then we'll create the constructor function, the init function of the class, self comma keyword args, self dot player is equal to first person shooter, sorry, first person controller. First person shooter is the game that I've been working on for a long time, so it's just stuck on my mind. Anyways, so super dot in it. By the way, if you're interested in the sneak peek of this channel, like how these projects are created, how I edit these videos, then you can take my channel membership, because once the channel membership reach like a certain limit, I'll start live streaming, and those live stream will include a lot of things, from how I create these videos, how I edit these videos, and yeah, a lot of things. Now let me do one thing. Let me write the code, the initial bit of code real quick, then I'll explain you. Okay. Okay, so now let me explain you this real quick. So you know what a constructor function is in a class. It is the initial function which runs every time the class is called. Okay. So first of all, we are calling the first person controller, which is the first person view of this Ursina engine. Then we are assigning it to be super. Okay. So the first person view or the first person camera view is the super instance. Then we are creating a variable for blocks is the platform on which the player will walk. Okay, then the initial position of the player, so player dot position dot x, we have three axes, right? Axes x, y, and z. So the z position will be 10, x, y will be 0 0. Okay, then windows full screen is equal to true, which means that we want the full screen version of a game. Okay, then let's create the environment. Let's create the environment real quick. And by environment, I mean the sky and the initial starting point of a player. Okay, so let me write this real quick. Okay, so I have created the function. Let me call this real quick. Then I'll explain it to you. So level one dot environment. Okay, so yeah, first of all, we are creating the sky. Now you can add manually. You can add the texture of the sky manually. There are many websites that offers the texture of various models. You can download from there. And if you want me to create a specific video on how to create multiple types of sky, you can request to me in the comment box. It's all open for you for any recommendation. By the way, I have a video on how to import the 3D models and 3D textures in Ursina. Okay, you can watch that. But for basics, we'll use the default sky or the default models of Ursina. Okay, the platform is also default. This video will clear the concept. Okay, so we have done the sky. Then self.ground, this is the platform, initial platform the player will use as a starting point and as a ending point. Okay, so self.ground, it's a entity. Model is plain, texture is grass. Okay, we have different textures. I'll provide you the GitHub link in the description. From there you can see that what types of textures are there. Then the collider is mesh. Also we have multiple types of collider, mesh, box, many are there. Then the scale. Okay, scale is the size. So this is a 3D vector. This is a three valued vector. So 10 1 10. Okay, so this will create a plain ground for us. Let's do one thing. Let's save and run so that we can check. Okay, so we're having an error. Full screen is equal to true. Okay, so my recorder stopped midway. Anyways, we were, I guess, finding the errors here. Now the first error is this should be visible. The spelling of visible was wrong. Then this is enabled. Okay, not enable, it should be enabled. Then the spelling of init is wrong. There is nothing called inti. It's init. Then again here also the spelling of init is wrong. So init. Okay. So I guess these were the errors. Let me quickly save and run so that we can check if this is right or not. Yep, this is right. We can see that this is a ground, and yeah, this is a sky. Once again, you can add manual texture. You can get some awesome texture on some websites. I'll provide the link in the description. There are some really good textures that you can add to your game to look good. Okay, I'll tell you the basics. I'll tell you that what is the backbone of your game, but the texture, the creativity, I mean the scope is unlimited. Okay, I'll provide some links in the description from where you can find some good free 3D models with texture. Okay, so yeah, this part is done. And now we need to add these steps. Okay, so for my game, what I have done is on the same platform, on the left hand side, the player will start playing. It will jump on the steps and it has to come back to the right hand side of the platform. A quick hawk-eye view of the platforms will be present on your screen. Now, this is not doing justice to the difficulty of the game because there are some height differences. So yeah, we'll see that. We'll see that. Okay, so let me quickly copy paste the code, then I'll explain you that how each step is created. Okay, just give me a second. So yeah, this is the code. Let me quickly run. Let me add this function here. Then I'll explain you that how each step is created. Okay. So level one dot steps. I guess this is what the function name is. Steps. Yeah. Steps. Save and run. Okay. Let's go. So this is the first step. Now, once again, you can add manual platforms or manual steps. This is just the basic steps. Okay, don't fall. Okay, I fall. Let's run this again. So let me quickly explain you the design of the game. So first of all, the player has to go up on these stairs, then turn right, go here. Okay, then we have some space. You have to jump over this space, then go on the right, then jump on these stairs. Now the first one is really low, so you have to jump from this step, sorry, this platform onto this step. Okay, I've fallen on this many times. Then you have to jump on these steps, go all the way over here, and these are the steps back to your main platform. Okay, once again, I have told you this may not look very attractive, but with manual textures and different level, you can really create some good games. Okay, this is looking basics because the aim was to look basic. Okay, the aim was to explain you. Come on. So now you know what the design is. Let me quickly explain it to you, then I'll do a time lapse of me jumping on all of these steps. Okay, I'm not good at it, that's for sure. Okay, so first of all, we have the front stairs. So we are creating a entity. The model is cube, the collider is box. As I've told you, there are multiple models, there are multiple colliders. You can read the documentation of this Ursina Python engine. Okay, there are not so many tutorials on this. So yeah, the resource is limited. You can only read the docs. Okay, then the texture is bricks because this is a pre-made model, and this is the scale. Okay, the scale is the size of your brick. Okay, 1 2.8. You can create any size of brick or any size of model do you want. If you have downloaded any external model, then the scale will be very different. Okay, then x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 1. Okay, so this is the first step. Then we'll increase the height and the movement of the x-axis. Okay, so the difference is 1.7 and y is 0.6. You can see here. After the first three steps are created, then we need a platform on the right hand side from where the player can jump on the right side platform. So yeah, this is the right side platform. We have the x value, which is very similar to x value of this because this is the platform adjacent to the step. Okay, y is equal to 2.2. Same, these values are same, only the z axis is changed because we want to move to the z axis. Okay, I guess you are understanding what these x, y, and z axes are. You will be more comfortable with more practice. Okay, so then the x and y will be constant because the height and the x axis are constant. Okay, only the z will change because we are moving sideways. Okay, so 3, 5, and 7. Then we have some space. This should be a space. Hole doesn't seems good. So yeah, so two spaces, sorry, two breaks or two steps after the space. Once again, the x and y is constant because the height and the x axis is constant. Only the z axis or the sideward movement is changing. Okay, everything remains constant here. Okay, it's an entity, the model is cube, it's a collider, it's a brick, the scale is same, everything is same, only the height, x-axis, and the sideways movement change. Okay, if you want to move right, the z-axis is negative. If you want to move left, the z-axis is positive. Okay, for us the movement is more towards the right, so all the values in the z-axis is negative. Okay, then the trend will remain the same. There is no point in further explanation, it will only take time. I have already explained you what these x, y, and z axes are. X is for x movement, the front and back movement. Y axis is the height, and z axis is the left and right movement. Okay, right is negative and left is positive. Now you can experiment with the movement. This code will be provided with the link in the description. Now you can copy paste the code, but I have some homework for you. Okay, let's play homework. Now we have three stairs. Okay, we have three stairs. First is the initial stair, then the stairs which is looking down in the space. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to lift up the second stair. Okay, the stair which was looking down, you have to increase the height of the stairs so that the first step of that stair is similar to all platforms. Okay, so this is your homework. Complete this, tag me on Instagram, and you'll get featured on my page. Okay, so yeah, this was it. This was a short video on how to create a platform jumper game using Ursina Python. We have some more games coming up. We have some important and fun things coming very soon. Okay, so meet you there. Bye bye.